Well, welcome back to base camp, WNC. I wanted to do a quick little video on something I did here. This is the end result. This is about a $40 generator cover, and it solves the problem for everybody. As you can tell, it's just made out of a 275-gallon tote. We'll take you along to the build and show you the problem and let you see what it's all like. Well, here's the project we're on. We are busy right now putting this 12 kW system in, but I'm here bringing wires into the house. And here sits their generator, and it of course comes up to a disconnect box electrician put in and everything else, and it's all done right. But underneath there sits a 8 kW generator covered by a blue tarp and a board with a bunch of nails in it. And of course that happens is it gains a lot of moisture and humidity, never gets a chance to dry out. It's on the back side of the house. You can tell by the timbers right here, it's got moss growing on it and it never dries out. So we're going to build a lid for this thing while I'm here, and had a pretty good idea on it. I'm going to show you what we do and give you an idea about this thing. Well, I went to the farm center and got this thing for $10 because it had fertilizer and all in it. But being we're going to use it to cover a generator, really ain't going to matter. Yeah, it's going to need a good scrubbing and cleaning to be able to hold the paint on it. But what we're going to do, to be able to utilize this other support, we're going to use this as the total width, a little bit longer than we need. We're going to come down 28 inches, which is all the way to here. Cut the metal cage off. So basically what we're going to have is this piece of it right here, using this for the roof. Put our hinges on the back end of it. So let me get in here and cut some of this stuff down, and I'll take you along. Well, here I laid it out. Now that I got it on the side, from the top down is 28 inches, which is these marks right here. We're going to cut the cage off there, and then coming up, we're going to try to come up with some kind of cap to put over this raw metal edge. So we're going to leave out an extra inch longer. And if this thing's a little too big, we can always cut it down, but we can't add to it. We're going to flip it back up, take this thing out. So what I've done, I've gone around with a magic marker and marked the tank around that bottom bar. I want it about 2 inches up from the concrete so it can get some air in it. Whether we leave this cap here as a cap, we might make it a vent. Got to mark a line down this bar. We've got it all the way around. We're going to take these 4 screws out, take these bars out, take the tank out, and you'll see when I get it out how it's marked. Well, there it is right there. That's what's cut out. Of course, there's what's left of the tank. And the wire basket's the same. We're going to take it to the hose and scrub the outside and the inside and see if we can't find some little things to fit. Try sticking some of it together and show you how we're going to hold it all in there and hold it down and do everything. Well, here's what I'm using, and they are about the smallest. They're self-tapping metal screws. Got a neoprene washer and a metal washer on them, just like a roofing screw does. And that's what we're going to hold the plastic up against every one of these little pieces. We're going to go all the way around to hold it on tight. Make it look good. Well, let me open this thing up. Like I said, we put a board across the back. We got it bolted down to the landscape timber. So all we have to do is pick this thing up. And there sits the whole generator. But here it is. I painted the inside gray. I don't really know why, I just did. But here's all the little screws going around it, holding it down. We ended up cutting a hole. That's for the exhaust to get out. We left the legs, like I said, about 2 inches high. That way the air can get in the bottom. Just wrap some tape around it to keep the rough edges from scratching somebody. But as you can see, I mean one-handed with me holding the camera. This thing just folds, go right on down over top of it. We got airflow force coming in the bottom, and I had this piece of old 6-inch exhaust and stack, put that on the top, and it kind of draws on it. Might not be fancy, might not be the best thing, but counting buying a tote and everything, we don't have $45 in it, so we got probably as much money in the spray paint on the inside and out as it did for anything else. It took about 3 cans of paint to paint it all. But it covers it up, keeps it dry, lets it dry out, keeps the rain and humidity from getting in there. Because all these generators now got a pile of electronics and a little computer chip in them and everything else. But as usual, thank you for watching. Like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it. If you need anything, any kind of things at the homestead, give me a shout. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching.